another episode of the Elly Show. I'm your host, Elly, and this is episode 9, y'all. Y'all make some noise. Woo! Yes, on my right, I got legendary Vance Vision in the house. Y'all make some noise for Vance Vision, y'all. Yes, this is my guy, man. It's my old roommate on top of that, y'all. So, yo, what's up, Vance? How you doing, sir?
Glad to be on your show, man. This is good.
Yo, thank you, man.
Big works.
Yes, yo. So, yo, man, let's build. Let's talk. Let's go all the way back.
I'm here for it.
All right, so, fam, talk to me, man. C13. Let's just start from C13.
C13.
Yes, man.
Man, that was like the pinnacle. I had the studio on the bottom floor.
Yes.
Y'all had top levels with all kind of ducks and cuts into the whole building. Like, yeah, this is the best.
In case y'all don't know what C13 is, that's out in the West End, out in the Atlanta Metropolitan Lofts over here. And yeah, yo, it was a good time. That was a whole good era,
lit.
fam.
It was lit.
For real, man.
Time.
Neil, Leonard, and I was able to get that room because Leonard moved out, fam.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And remember Willie?
Willie. Yeah, on the couch, right?
Yes, son.
That man was like the dude on the couch.
We had a real man, yo.
Yep.
But he would fix everything that was up in the loft, fam. So shit used to be fun. But so when you moved in, though, where was you coming from, fam? Like, was you always here in Atlanta?
I had just graduated from college at Clark Atlanta University.
Okay, you went to Clark.
Yeah.
Y'all make some noise for Clark, yo. Come on, man.
CAU. Panthers. So
yeah, son.
I was like, I had trying to find a place to live, and my boy Tyson, he was living here all during while I was at Clark.
Yeah.
And so he was trying to get me to live over here, and I was like, this look like a garage area. I don't know what the hell. He was like, you don't see the vision. I'm like, damn. So when I graduate, they had built all the rooms out and everything was looking acceptable to live in. So I was like, shit, let me go in these rooms. Jabari had just moved out. So I was
Jabari, shouts out to Jabari. That's
you know what I'm saying? I had some studio equipment, 4-track and all that. I would set it up, a microphone.
Yeah.
That was my first time getting a computer with recording software.
Yeah.
And we just, we was in there just thugging it out.
Yeah, son. Yo, Coda went there. Yo, matter of fact, I seen Coda at an event. We was at one of the crooked, you ever been to, what is that, the crooked, what is that shit, son?
It's like a beer.
Halfway Crooks, yeah.
Okay.
I seen Coda up in there one time, yo. I think Benny the Butcher was there at that.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Coda 5 Music.
Shout out to
he's the one that got me into making beats and doing stuff. Yeah, watching him. Yeah, he was the one that inspired me first.
So, yo, what was you doing before the beats then?
Oh, man, I was at CAU, man. I was doing turntables. I had I was thinking about making beats, but I was inspired by Juice, so I had some turntables. Yeah. But then when I came to Clark, everybody was a DJ, and so everybody that was on my floor and in my building, and my dorm room was DJ Drama, DJ Cannon. Yeah, this was like all these motherfuckers was in my dorm room. So it was like, and then there was Tyson was DJing. Yeah. That's our boy. How me and you met.
No doubt.
And goddamn, everybody was DJing. So. I stopped DJing and was like, well, I want to actually start recording because everybody else is DJing. So let me, I had the turntables and I still mess with the turntables. Yeah. But that's how I kind of got into recording was at Clark. Yeah, and in the dorm room. And I bought that 4-track player. And then when we moved over here, towards the end of college, shit, man.
It was all when you moved in, son.
Yeah, that's like the beginning.
Shit turned us up when you moved in, yo. Cause I remember when Neil was rapping still, and yo, we was just doing what we do, but when you moved in, you brought the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the first time we was rocking on the, and you had brought the MP, so I was getting the chance to learn how to work on the MP. That was my first time really learning on the MP, fam.
Yeah.
So you brought that shit over.
Okay.
Word up, man, son. That shit is real. And then you had the Triton.
Yeah, the Triton was heavy on the MIDI,
Yeah.
All the producers out there, about MIDI, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Shit was fun back then,
MIDI chords going every direction, all type of keyboards.
Right.
And stuff. Now we got all that in computers.
And you went to school for that engineering part.
Yeah.
What school was that?
I went to Full Sail out there in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah. Yo, I think the producer went there, didn't he?
Yeah. Man,
yo, y'all make some noise for that, yo. You know what I mean?
And it was perfect to kind of expose me to how audio and they even I learned how to use Photoshop and just regular common sense programs. They kind of instilled us in there, and then the engineering thing. When I got out of there, I came back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then I started working for Jagged Edge.
Doubt.
They actually called me because they called Full Sail looking for some engineers.
Really?
And so yeah,
Wow.
so, they had just opened up a studio called Joie. And then I got my feet wet.
What,
that was
it around
2001.
Freaknik time?
No, Freaknik,
Was
that was still
Was
Clark.
you here?
Yeah, I was there for Freaknik, man.
Oh, let's go back
here.
real quick.
Okay.
What was up with Freaknik?
Freaknik was lit.
Out here, B?
Boy, man, my first Freaknik was 95. Yeah. Yep.
What was it?
96
like,
one was lit too.
Yeah.
And then
I came down 96.
Okay. Did you get that one?
I
yeah.
did to see that.
Yeah.
I think that was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one. That closed the deal because after that, you couldn't even.
Yeah.
But you know what? The ones that we was at, the freeway, we jammed up the freeway, and I just remember the freeway turned into a club. We was jamming, man. There was girls getting out the car. Everything. You know, we was like it was like a regular club on the damn freeway.
That was the biggest block party I've ever seen, fam. The biggest block party,
Man,
yo.
like,
on the motherfucking
interstate.
interstate.
In a good way, you know?
On the interstate, and not just one. You had 85 and you had I-20, yo. Like I remember getting caught on I-20. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, it's already happening.
Yeah.
You get out your car and get in other people's cars, like, yo, what's good? Like,
The energy at that time was lit.
That energy was crazy.
That's what really made the backbone of the music of Atlanta. You know, like that whole, you know, explosion. You know, like a damn Kundalini explosion. Like all these people, man, we just ate a whole new culture.
Yeah.
You know?
As I came down in '98, actually, yo, and when I moved in, I think it was like 2000 when I moved in, and yo, it was like Atlanta was different back then too, fam. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Like back then, Goody Mob and them had this shit on lock. Like, not that saying they don't have it on lock now, but that vibe, that whole Outkast vibe, all that shit was rocking back then.
Yeah.
This shit had a heavy effect on Atlanta. So
stuck with us.
It was like, and then, because actually when I first came down here, it kind of was like go-go music to me when I first came down. Yo.
Yeah, it was
before
different.
I got into the vibe of Outkast and them, but after a while, it just took over the way Big Gip and all them. I remember when Big Gip and them had a spot at the Royal Peacock, and they was doing stuff at the Royal Peacock way back in the day, son. Like, you know what I mean? So man, the South always had something to say.
You know what I thought was ill about Outkast when I first saw them? I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. No, I work with Goody Mob, but not Outkast.
Yeah.
But I've met them though.
Yeah.
But they remind me of like the hieroglyphics. You know, like Souls of Mischief and all that kind of, like the way they was like Big Boy and Dre was flowing. It was different. I was like, man, and they even admitted it one time. They was like, yeah, we got our inspiration from hieroglyphics. I was like, man, I knew I heard that flow on that first Players Club. I was like, this is like if the hieroglyphics went gangster. I was like, this is tight. Yeah, but that shout out to Outkast.
So you say you work with Jagged Edge. What other people you work with, man?
Oh man, I got a plaque for T.I. Trap Music. I got to work with them. I went to
make some noise for that, yo.
I got the assistant engineer. And then I met Kanye during that time. And
you met Kanye. What's that like, fam?
Yeah, man, he's friends with one of my childhood friends, Taji. So when I met him, it was like, he was like, man, you know Taji like that? He was like, that's my boy. So, that whole period, I got to see trap music made from conception to finalization, like mixing, and that's why I was able to, earn a plaque and all that. And then I worked on a little bit of everybody, man. Like when I first 2 Chainz, I got to work with him at Patchwork when he was still in DTP.
You was working at Patchwork?
Yeah. So that's how I did the trap music thing.
Shit.
Yeah, because after I left Joie, Jagged Edge studio, I started working at Patchwork.
Okay.
And that gave me like a whole exposure to a whole bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? So even after that, I went and started producing at Red Zone with Tricky Stewart, and like The Dream was over there before he was big.
Dream,
and it was a girl named Penelope Magnet we was producing.
I remember Penelope. Oh, did you bring her by one time?
Yeah, she used to come over a lot.
You was working with her even back then.
Yeah, she wrote Britney Spears' album.
Did she?
In the Zone.
Yeah.
That shit, she named the album after her because it was Red Zone, and she was the face of Red Zone at the time.
Yeah.
And so I got another plaque with Britney Spears,
Wow.
So,
Y'all make some noise for that. Big noise. Big noise.
That was cool. That was cool, man.
Son.
So Penelope wrote that Britney Spears album, kind of opened her door to a whole bunch of stuff, and I was able to kind of catapult off a few of them things. Like we did work with Omarion.
Mario?
Yeah, Omarion. I did a record for him. Yeah. And then, came back after Red Zone. I decided to make my own studio, my own building.
So is that what we looking at right here?
Yeah, Solar Sound Studio.
Yeah, I see the fresh,
That's what we at now,
I gotta get a freaking shirt, son.
Oh yeah, I got you. I
Right.
definitely got
Word,
you, man.
son.
I got you. So
Rock that
yeah,
on the
that's where
show.
we at now. Solar Sound Studio. That's
Yeah.
my company.
Yeah.
Roundtable Kings is my production company,
Hell
and then
I'm
basically
one of the first Roundtable Kings, by the way, just so you know. Word up, Roundtable.
exactly.
Roundtable.
Sure is. You sure are though. That's what's crazy.
Real
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
son.
We go back.
We go
back.
way back, yo. And that
Yeah,
shit
man.
took off. I'm so proud of you.
So
man.
now, the studio offers Atlanta the services of recording, offer the world the service of mixing and mastering. I could easily be located. Just go on like engineers.com/Vance Vision. Yeah, you'll find me. You'll just type my name, Vance Vision.
Word up.
I got music.
Yeah.
I produce. So like I have an artist named Gigi the Beast. Just released her new single. It's called I'm Flyer.
I'm Flyer. Okay.
Yep.
Now check that out.
Got all
Gigi
the
the
streaming
Beast.
services. Yep, and then you listen to my music. I got about 3 albums out.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm trying to drop some new stuff. So
you want a label? Or what you
it's independent. I'm distributed through Empire. They get all my music out there, but
Okay.
Make
some noise for
Roundtable
that.
Kings
Yeah.
Media.
Big things are going over here.
Already.
Word, son, that's dope, son. Yeah, son. So how is that, like, as far as like juggling the music and the business at the same time?
Man, it's a struggle because I'm so like what you call it, like a Renaissance person. Like I could record, mix, and then produce, and then I'll rap, and then I'll go ahead and shoot a video, right? So like sometimes that's kind of crippling because you try to do a lot, you know what I'm saying? And then you really, sometimes if you focus on one thing, you could get a lot further, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'll be having to learn that now. That's why I really now, a lot of my time is focused more or less on offering the service of mixing and mastering and, I still do the recording.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's hard, man, because I'll drop an album, you got to find time to promote it. You might even want to take it on the road, visit the cities that are, like, giving you the most response.
Yeah.
So it takes time.
You done tours yet?
Yeah, I've done, like, a little mini tour. Like, I had to put out a group called the Star Babies.
The Star Babies.
Yeah,
okay.
man, and that was a group I tried to put out, and then we actually had a little budget come in from some investors, and we was able to travel around and do some and get a little radio exposure and all that. So I kind of learned from that, and I could always easily duplicate that again if I'm able to get investors, because you always want to play with other people's money on those kind of things, unless you really believe in yourself and you invest in yourself, that's probably worth it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to, bring other people involved, you want to kind of pull other money in.
Right.
So, but but one thing I'm doing with that group dissolved, but I still have the Star Babies ownership of the thing. So I made it into an animation for children now. It's like a 3-girl group that has like special magical powers and like save the universe type stuff, for music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm really trying to introduce that now, and it's gonna start off as a YouTube show. So be on the lookout for Star Babies. They
Star
still coming
Babies,
right
coming
now.
soon,
But for all your
Vance
babies
Vision.
to watch them, it's just kid friendly. So this is for the babies.
Yo, y'all make some noise for that, man. Yo, that's freaking dope, son. You were on it, yo. I like that, man. You got that drive, son. And I know you a new father, B. What's up with that, son?
Yeah, man.
How's that like?
Shout out to my daughter, Kyrene.
For real, yo.
Her name is Kyrene Hornbuckle. So,
Yes,
that's
man.
my first kid. I'm 45,
Right,
so it was like, I was like taking my time, but I'm still young, so I'm still here. I'll be around for a minute, so
minute.
but having a 1-year-old is a trip, man. Like you always visioning when you're younger, like they were having a kid. I'm like, nah.
Right.
Now I'm like, man, I
For
gotta
the
have a
longest
kid.
they have a kid.
You know what I'm
Now, but I saw you like, yo, I saw the baby on the way. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so I love it,
New
man.
life.
Being a dad is, make you value time a lot more.
It brings things
and
into
everything.
perspective, right?
Exactly.
I feel that, man. Like, that's real, son. So she into the music?
Oh yeah, man. She's a natural, man. She'd be bobbing her head. She already walking and run. She basically run.
Yeah.
She got all the little keyboards and all kind of stuff. So she be playing the stuff, and she will actually sing. Like when a lot of singers come on, she'll try to start singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Wow,
she ain't even put a whole sentence together yet, but she's trying to like put little melodies together. So that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
dope as fuck, son. Yo, have you been in touch with anybody like Marquis? You been in touch with Marquis?
Marquis, he in Houston.
Yeah.
He be online, he on Instagram all the time.
Yeah,
he be live performing and
You gotta
stuff.
get you on here, Marquis.
Yeah, I'll be like, dang, he's a performer.
Mark
Like,
Angel,
I love
B.
Marquis, man.
And then he had the group. Yeah, that's another roommate, son. They doing things, yo. Everybody in C13 came out doing things,
C13
yo.
was like, man, that's the foundation. Like, I met
real,
Luce,
yo.
y'all had the Lions Den.
Lions Den right over here.
It was heavy, man. Like,
actually, this whole complex here in the warehouses was rocking at one point.
Man.
Like, everybody did
even the owner,
man.
Bill Smith, he was running around crazy as hell. He was running around like a maniac.
What?
They had to get rid of him too.
Right? You hear that, Goose?
He sold that joint.
Yo, man, those was the days though, fam.
Yeah, man.
I remember when we first came here, we had the 5,400 square foot, the whole joint. And we used to throw the raves in there. Yo, at one point it was like $1,200 a month. You was getting water, you was getting lights. Come on,
man, and
son.
it was like 6 of them in there. We was paying like $200 a month.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, like a $200
The whole
piece. Like,
space,
man.
fam.
It was like I had a whole room,
yes,
the
yo.
room. I think my bedroom was about almost the size of this room.
Yes,
like,
son.
You know what I'm saying?
And at first though, he was the only one with the AC. You know what
Oh,
I
yeah, 'cause
mean?
I had
So
put that
Cash
joint
used to
in
come in his room. So I slept on this guy's floor, son.
I put
Just
the
for
little
the
AC machine.
yo.
That was a trip. Yeah, that was like a
Word
little
up,
garage,
son.
man.
That was the spot though. His spot was the spot, yo.
This is, man,
You know what I mean?
this place has come a long way though.
Right,
like,
man.
even y'all studio here, this looks dope.
man. I
Like,
appreciate
floors,
it, man.
Y'all got hardwood floors jumping on. This is nice.
Yeah,
man.
man. Y'all make some noise for playback sounds. Make some noise for playback sounds, yo. Putting in that work.
Yeah, man.
Word,
It's good to
son.
see y'all actually holding the space down here still.
Nah, real shit, man. I'm glad you came through too, because you know what I mean. I was hoping to bring back memories, yo. Like all them good times cats used to have, all them parties. Remember when Jamal was in the spot, and I thought if something was about to go on, and yo, Jamal had the big hammer, yo. Like, yo, I got y'all, yo. You
that
remember
Jamal.
that?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that?
I remember that.
That was my guy, yo.
That was New Year's Eve
Yeah,
2000.
Yo.
Everybody thought the lights was gonna shut off.
Right,
We had a damn
yeah.
rave
Yeah, son.
over there. And then, man, they wouldn't leave. Them people would not leave.
Man, they would not leave the crib, son. They wouldn't leave.
The next morning,
yo.
it was like 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
We had a
It
little
was
bang
wild.
bang, them get them to leave. It was crazy.
Shit was crazy, man. But those were them good old times, son. Like, I just can't forget them shit. So I was hoping when you came through here, you'd get your flashback or some shit like that. You
Yeah,
know what I
man,
mean?
I love it, man.
Who's the hat you got rocking too?
Oh,
bro?
this is Professor Griff. He's one of the people I produce, or I should say mix.
Professor
and
Griff?
Record, yeah.
Word,
Yeah,
yo,
Professor Griff.
Son, I remember when
Serious
me
Minds.
and Draz, shouts out to Drazmatic. He got shit out right now. Y'all check him out. We and him, as the Chameleons, we did a show. Professor Griff was the host, yo. This is back then at the time when it was A-Hop. We had rocked and Professor Griff was the host,
Griff
yo.
is
We
the OG.
bodied that shit, son. What's up with Professor Griff?
Yo,
He
he's
still doing
around.
shit?
Yeah, I'm like
Word.
I recorded
Griff
some
is-
stuff for him
yeah.
late last year, but Soleil just dropped some stuff.
We gotta
recently.
get Griff on here, fam.
Yeah,
Shouts
Soleil
out to Griff,
and
yo.
Soleil.
Salute, son. Word.
Yeah, Griff, Soleil. Man, them people are some of the people I record at Solar Sound Studio, and then like even Cyrock,
Cyrock,
she
yeah.
originated
Shouts
from,
out to Cyrock and Soul
Solar
Messiah,
Sound,
yo.
with Soul Messiah
Yeah.
had a room there.
Yeah.
at Solar Sound and Cyrock,
So what is it, broken up in rooms? How you got it
yeah.
now?
Well, now I had to switch buildings because
Okay,
I
'cause
was
I
on
remember you was on-
11th Street,
Yeah.
in North Side. Now I'm on Howell Mill.
Okay.
And basically it's around the corner. It's just around the corner from the old studio. But
Yeah.
I own this building, so everybody black
Salute
owned.
to that. Salute
You
to
know,
that.
the building's black owned.
Salute to
Everything.
that.
You know,
Word.
the old original Solar Sound studio I was renting. So
Okay.
you know, after the price went
leveled
up,
up.
they
Leveled
kept
up.
raising up the price on
Right,
us. So you know,
right.
well, we got to find our own building.
Yeah, that's dope. So you like you're saying, you got it broken in sections of.
Now I got 2 rooms.
Two rooms.
So I have regular recording that's commercial. That's anybody can rent. Producers can rent. And any recording. If people want to shoot videos, you can rent the
You
space
doing
there.
mix downs and all that too?
Yeah, mixing, mastering, and then I have just a production room where it's just me and a small group of producers get together and we just kind of do production in that room. Yeah, but the main commercial room you could just go to solarsoundstudio.com and book directly from the website.
I remember when we used to we used to come up to Austell when you bought the house, son, and you built the booth. You remember that?
Right. You had the little
was
side
good
area.
times,
and that's funny because you asked about 2 Chainz. I think he came through
Word,
that
he
basement
rocked it
there.
in too?
Yeah, he came with some other cats.
Son.
Man, that was back in the day. He was still Titty Boy then.
Yeah, son.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shouts out to Titty Boy. We need to get you here too, sir. For real, fam.
Yep.
Wow, those was days. What's it like recording him, fam? What was it like?
Back then, when he was punching in a lot. But,
Okay.
a lot now, everybody punches in.
Yeah.
That was back then, that was the beginning, like the punch in, it was like the whole thing was like, get a running start from where you messed up at. Now guys is just writing, punching in. You know, it's like they come out, they're really off the top. Or they just sit there and juggle their words around till they punch me in. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it now.
That's ill.
I even picked up like that because I don't even write on paper no more when I do mine. I just write, my head, I guess, and then just lay it right there.
No doubt.
But I'm able to record myself, so it's a lot easier, than maybe having to work with the engineer telling him to start and stop. But once you get in a pattern with somebody and you know how they trying to do it, it gets kind of easy.
That's
and,
dope.
Like probably a challenge, like Young Thug, he used to come before he blew up.
You recorded Young Thug?
Yeah, so that's Solar Sound. And,
Free Slime, yo.
Yeah, Free Slime. And I had never, when I recorded him, I didn't know who he was. He wasn't famous yet. So I was like, this is the illest style I've ever seen in my life. Like, he was like, roll, I'm Molly, I got stamina. And I was like, what the hell did this dude just say? I was like, this is, and he was like, punch me in. I'm like, so now I see, and it can be challenging at times when you're trying to figure out how the person or the artist is coming with.
Right.
But once you get it and you're like, okay, and then you get a little formula with it, it comes easy. And I know a lot of people that still, before he went to jail, were recording him, and record that whole gang, and they all do act like that. They're like, hey, punch me in real quick. So you just got to be fast if you're an engineer. Nowadays, that's the thing. It's easier to record because you have all computers, as opposed to analog, but shit, you got to be quick now because the rappers are quicker. Like with the technology and all that, everybody making songs quicker.
Right.
So you got to be able to keep up if you want to be an engineer.
That's dope as fuck, son. Y'all make some noise for my guy, yo.
Already.
I work with some of the best, yo. Work with some of the best. What type of, if you see like some of the young kids out here that's producing now, what would you like kind of advice you would give them coming up, fam?
Shoot, I would say probably just like I was saying about pick one thing and stay consistent at it. Like, if you got a dream of being a producer, make a beat every day. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a rapper, write every day. You know, like if you want to film, film every day. Like, and any of this stuff is attainable because technology is making it like you just do whatever you think of nowadays. So the thing is to do it every day and then put your personality into it, and then it'll come out like that. Like like even like your show, like it's just your personality. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I'm doing this shit every day. You know, that's the road to success.
So speaking of personalities, then let me ask you something, because right now in the industry we in the film industry, and the writers' strike is going on, right? So a lot of the scare things is going on is about the AI. So as far as you in your position, are you afraid of AI having any effect on your career in the near future?
That's some of the jokers in your mind, but I figured I'd adapt with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the thing about AI is to become the best programmer of it, or like the best prompter. They call it prompting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're able to be able to prompt it properly, then there's a place for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the people that don't want to interact with it and don't want to. It's like they might get washed away because it's like if you can be able to just work with it, like it'll probably make your life easier if you whatever you're doing. Like say if it was the AI now just the illest mixes. Which I don't think is gonna happen because it's like the personality of humans is how mixes come out good. And then, you know, you could always maybe work with a computer, artificial intelligence to maybe do that. Yeah. But I just think like, even if it got to that point, there's still somebody's gonna have to prompt it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I don't even have to mix a record no more. Maybe if I just prompt it a certain way, I get paid for that, you know? Right. So I wouldn't be afraid of it, but it's definitely something behind it, though.
Right, because the thing I'm afraid of is not you being the best person to prompt it, but I'm afraid of the AI that knows how to prompt itself. Like,
well, that's the definite factor.
AIs that know how to code.
That's something I don't think we'd be able to fight because it's so like,
shit,
cause I do think it'd probably be like some Terminator,
like
Matrix
the movies,
shit, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's just a matter of time. Like I just hope later than sooner, but dang, man,
I just want us to stay ahead of that.
But right now, I think it's already that far. You know what I'm saying? We just don't see it. Yeah. You know, but what they giving us is just like crumbs of what's real. Like, you know, like the Chat GPT. You know, it's learning faster now. Oh, it's been now we're in month 5. Oh my God, it's quadrupled. So like, you know, it's already been that. You know, they just presented to us like, oh, you can do more. Right. So I guess use it like a tool for now until. Shit, we fighting the motherfuckers like shit. Trying to hide trying to hide all the children in Zion. You know what I mean? Like damn, like we gotta get up out of
here. So what's one of the wildest moments you ever had in the studio, fam? Can you share that? Can you share one wild or one crazy, one real hella funny, or?
Man, okay. I get one with my homeboy Mike Jones. This is for you, boy.
Shouts out to Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
That's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones.
Make some noise for Mike Jones before you tell us.
I was producing for Mike Jones. Like, you know, he was like literally we was doing a lot of music together. He was coming to record, and then I was giving him beats, and I had Star Babies, a group. He was rapping on it. He rapped on my album, so we was doing a lot of work. But he was rapping his phone number on one of the songs we was doing. And I was
at
like,
the studio?
Yeah. So he was doing like, he one of the people that keep doing this part over and over. Like he making sure it's perfect the way he want. And you think his rhymes are simple, but it's like, nah, he trying to do that perfect in his mind. And so he kept rapping the phone number over and over. I said, hey Mike, I just hit him on the butt. I said, Mike, that button, that number still work? And he was like, yeah, man, that's my number, man. You know, you can get at me, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, cool. So he's keep recording. I'm recording him. I hit the number. I'm gonna say doo doo doo. I was like, I said, Mike, that number ain't working. He was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it back on because you know that's something. I was like, so yeah, it was like
that used to be on the radio. Yo.
Mike was capping right there. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was funny. That always awesome. Stick with me in my mind. I was like, man. There's no way he still got this number because it was big when he had the song.
That's what I'm saying.
So, you know, that's one thing about me. It's like I'm cool with a lot of cats like that are like been platinum before. So it's like Nappy Roots, they my homeboys. They rap on my album. Yeah, they rap on. I got a real big song with them. Probably my biggest song is with Nappy Roots. It's called Veggies and Fruits.
Veggies and Fruits.
Veggies and Fruits.
Veggies and Fruits.
It's about the greens.
I remember that, yo. Yes. I remember that joint, yo.
Yeah, so like you know, like a lot of these cats, man, that they come through and we just share some big stories, man. Like, you know, even with them, man, like to this day, they got a brewery. I come through their brewery, we just be cracking up.
Where they at? They out
here? They got a brewery on Castlegate, Atlanta, Kentucky brewery.
Oh, shit,
yeah, it's it's dope.
Okay.
It's a nice place.
Okay.
They have little get-togethers there with like performances and all that stuff.
I gotta check that shit out.
Yeah, check it out, man. They got all the different beers, man. Like, and dope. There's a lot of some black-owned beer companies that promote their stuff there. So
wow.
Yeah,
Maybe we could take the Elly Show there one day and just talk about them while they in motion, fam. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yo,
I'll
that's
reach
dope.
out if you need.
Yo. Damn, you work with the Nappy roots, fam. That's so dope, fam. You work with a lot of people, fam.
Yeah, man. So like, shoot, that's why I'm blessed. You know, just trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
Trying to like, take to the next level with the mixing, the mastering, and then still dropping music. Look for Gigi the Beast. Yeah. Look for Vance Vision. Yeah. Roundtable Kings Production. Yeah. Try to put some new producers together and like have an actual where you can just source beats. You can find if you're looking for beats
like
to rap to. You don't have to always go to YouTube. Yeah, producers pool.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Pools. And look for that. That's gonna be on roundtablekings.com. So
that would be dope.
Yeah,
Atlanta need that, yo.
That's really I'm trying to pull that together.
Atlanta
and then the animation for the Star Babies.
Right. So what got you prompt to do that idea?
Man, like I'm having the baby, man. Yeah. And I'm looking at we looking at the videos that the kids like to watch, and they're like little sing-songy. Yeah. And there's this one called Gracie's Corner. And I'm like, wow, like I always wanted to do some animation for the Star Babies. I had wrote an animation video for them as a group. And so I was like, I'd really just use it, make a real animation. Right. And so Gracie's Corner, I looked at their joint and they just this little girl just singing songs, like hip hop songs. Yeah. And I look and they making like goddamn 8 million a year or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They only been going on for a couple years. Wow. So I'm like, and they probably dropping a video a month. Yeah. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, well, I always wanted to do that, the Star Babies animation. Let me convert that into an actual thing similar to that. And then I just got to find an animator. I found an animator, you know what I'm saying? So shout out my boy Ron, and then we about to just put that together, man. And we're dropping the first one. I already got, the first one's called Twinkle Twinkle Superstar, and the song's complete. Yeah. The little girl's names is the main one is called Celeste. So she's the one rocking the song. And yeah, man. Is there a
story behind it or a storyline?
It's gonna be a story, but this is just a song. Okay. So eventually we're gonna make a storyline behind it, but right now we're gonna just drop the song.
That shit could lead into a cartoon.
Exactly.
Another network. You'd be on Cartoon Network in no time.
Yeah, man. That's what we're trying to, trying to get to something like that.
That's a dope-ass idea, yo.
Or at least we can put it out ourselves and still be big. You know what I'm saying? Either way.
Right. So do you see Solar Sound or Vance Vision, or do you see yourself becoming a label at some point, or what?
Well, I say at the moment I do have Roundtable Kings Media, so that is a label. So if I want to put out music, I always have that. I don't know if I'm gonna start signing art. I do kind of want to, but I think I want to focus on one thing at a time.
Because the label you work with now, couldn't you sign artists through you on that label if you wanted to, something like that?
Yeah, definitely. It's just putting resources behind them, so once I get the animation off the ground and everything's cool with that, then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna dip back into the music of the artist, you know what I'm saying, and be able to just maybe find like somebody like a little Kendrick Lamar type vibe or something, or like somebody that's raps intelligent and got a lot of flavor, and just find an artist like that.
Yeah, I know you're talking about me, but
there you go, man.
I ain't even trying to blow it up.
You gotta look at Elly up on this joint, boy. You know what I'm saying, man? Elly, shoot, man. If you got music, I'll help you put it out.
Hell yeah.
We just got to market out. That's my thing. I hate putting music out and not having the proper resources to market and promote it. You know what I'm saying? Because it does the music injustice. Right. You're like, dang, this is dope music. Right. You got to let it all be organic.
You heard that? You heard that, my man's over there? That's dope. Okay, man. Word, man. So, yo, you want to ask me anything, son?
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Remember when we were chilling out here and we had ate some shrooms, me and Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, I swear I saw something in the sky and shit, right?
We gonna talk about that right now?
I want to know, was that real? Did you see that with me?
Yo, so I gotta say that right now?
That's all I want to know.
Yes, I did, sir.
Now I know
Yes,
craft's
we
for
all
real
saw
because I
the
had to
same
tattoo
thing.
that craft on
We
my
saw
arm.
the same thing, B. Yeah.
He didn't eat no shrooms.
Right.
I ate some shrooms.
Right.
And
I
my
was high
homeboy,
as hell.
man,
Yo.
he had smoked with us, but he ain't no shroom. And I swear, a UFO came out that night, and I was still my life. I was like, El Son seen that joint.
Yes,
and I
sir.
know he seen that joint with
I
us.
saw that shit with y'all, sir. I ain't want to say that, but this is the first time I'm saying it on this show, sir.
Right outside here, too.
Yeah.
Right out these doors.
Literally. Yo. That's what he wanted to. Y'all make some noise for him, man. Vance. That's awesome, man. Love you, fam.
Love you
Word
too,
up.
bro.
I'm so proud of you, though, man.
Thank you, man.
I feel like I've been part of your journey as you made it to where you are, man. Like, I just had a piece of part right there with you, like watching you move up. And, you know what I mean? This shit is a beautiful, beautiful blessing to
Thank
see
you, brother.
where you at,
Thank you.
son. For real, man. So, yeah.
It's beautiful to see that you got this show set up like this, man.
Yeah,
This is a amazing thing. I
Oh,
remember I
man.
seen when you previewed it on Instagram. I was like,
Yeah.
this is it look big. It don't look
Thank
regular.
you, fam. And I
So
can't
just-
even
yeah,
take all that credit. That my God brothers, man. It's,
shout
you
out
know
to
what
Lou.
it is, man. Like, we all come together and we put our mind together and the shit just explodes into some beauty. So,
Word,
you know what I mean?
word.
So that's where it's at with it, man. So
Yes, sir.
I think this is about to be a wrap, son. What you think, fam? Like, this is good. I can keep going with this guy, son, and I know.
I want to know what's coming up. I know, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, what's coming up too? Like for the summer, maybe the fall.
You got any events or you doing any album releases or what's up, son?
Nah, but I do want y'all
you
to
got
check
a
me out
studio?
on yeah, I got if y'all need any kind of mixing,
Mm-hmm.
mastering done, man, like hit me up on Engineers.
Engineers.com.
/Vance Vision.
Yeah.
Just book. If you got a song right now, you got a multi-track, you got a 2-track with your vocals, whatever you got, just hit me up on there and then upload your stuff. And 2 days, you'll have your joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Son, before I even go though, I hear Vance Vision, but I remember you went by Vex too, son.
Yep.
Yo,
I
so
was
you
back.
had the name, son.
So the Vex came from. I used to
Vex
do,
was a raw motherfucker
See, back then,
too.
yeah, that's in high school, before the DJing, before I got the turntables, me and my crew, we used to ride around writing on walls with graffiti. Like, we had the spray cans, we had the markers.
Yeah.
So I used to tag Vex.
Yeah.
So my homeboy tagged up Next. That's where it came from. He tagged up NEXED. And then I was like, well, I'm going to be Vexed. And then, it just went from there. And then I had my other homeboy, Sire. Shout out to Robbie. You know what I'm saying? Sire, remember Robbie?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
Sire. That's where it all started. You know?
Wow, yo.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man, that's
Yep.
awesome.
Vance
man.
Vex.
That's
But, you know,
real.
I had to change my name to Vision. You know, I had to actually drop the Vex thing because, you know, your name, man, is like the energy carry on you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the word Vex is really like angry and mad. So I would like, you know, actually find myself being like that, and I'd be like, man, what the fuck? You know, like I'd be like, damn, hey, I just really need to let go of that name because I'll be like, they'll be like, all right, Vexed, you know, like, you know, I'd be like, damn, and I'm really not like that.
Right.
That's what's funny because I'm not that kind of person. So I was like, you know, I'm more of a visionary, you know, like, so I changed my name to Vance Vision because it was like, okay, you know, I'm more of a visionary and that matches up better. So, you know, and I stuck with it, you know.
It works out, son. I like that, man. Like,
but my first plaque, my TI plaque has the name Vance Vex on it.
It
know?
does?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
But it got my last name too, so that's why you research me or Google me, you'll find me in the Britney Spears and the TI credits.
We can't forget where we started from, even if it's that. Like, it's still, you shaped it into something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You didn't
yeah,
just let it take you all over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we keep that in mind, like, shit, yo. Because I remember when I was rapping, I wasn't always rapping conscious and having that frame of mind. I used to be like on some gully shit. Everything is bang, 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 bang.
But you
Crush
know
this
what?
MC and you know what I mean?
You were one of my favorite rappers. You one of the first rappers I worked with. You still one of my favorite rappers, man. Like literally, like I was like, man, Duke can spit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. Like, El Son got flows, man. Y'all really gotta check him out, cause
Yeah, yo.
like, yeah, and it come, even though like it ain't yelling to me. I was like, this is pure energy and
Yo,
heart,
this the
you know
first
what I'm saying?
dude who knew, yo, we gotta adjust our sun levels. All right, talking
I
the
had
mic.
to turn the mic down.
All right, turn the mic. All right, go ahead. Do your shit up, son. All right, cool. We got you. I was like, you got me, I could be me, yo. Fucking with this guy, man.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. I love it.
Too,
and then, you know, we always was trying to find a way, because I think you said right then I had the NPC. I was like, I really just figuring out how to work that
I
thing.
remember
Like,
you got it, son. That shit was like a fucking jewel to us. Like, yo.
yeah,
You know
I had to
what I
figure
mean?
that thing out, you know, and then,
Yup.
but that opened the road to the engineering, was like trying to figure out the dang computers and the functions of tracks and all this stuff. So, you know, that, and it's really, translate to a beautiful thing. You'll fall in love with it, you know, like, and then you'll fall out of love, because I like the music industry will do that to you. You know, you'll fall in love and then you'll fall out of love, but then you fall back in love. Yeah. I'm kind of like that back with mixing and mastering. That's why you just asked me what's next. Yeah, it's like mixing and mastering. Like, I'm trying to offer that to the whole world, because I'm really falling back in love with like making shit sound real good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, I know how to do this.
Of course you do.
One thing damn, I've been doing this shit over 20 years. I know how to do that. But I'm like,
you got
new technology that makes it even funnier. You know, so it's like the more enjoyable it is, it's like, okay, now I can fall back in love.
So do you
with
have
it.
to, as the technology grows, do you have to re-educate yourself or
Yeah.
update yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's like re-educating yourself. And that was my thing. I kind of got a little, not rusty, but it was more like, I was doing my same old thing for over 10 years, like as far as the same plugins, the same, and like, I'm like, damn, the world kind of advancing. I'm like, I tap in every now and then, but then I was like, I need to really tap in and figure it, because it make a lot of things a lot easier, and some of it's AI even, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Some of the techniques I use, everything, and be like, damn, it's starting to kick in, the AI, so I'm like, well, okay, but, you know, as long as it makes the final product better, that's all that matters, you know, on that level. I don't know about goddamn everything else, but on that level. But, you know, I find it easier to get graphics, you know, pull graphics together, different ideas, you know, like
like your symbol, like with the solar sound symbol here. Did you do that with?
No, actually Ron, the guy who was
doing
that? Ron, but he's gonna be doing a lot. He does all my artwork. He did all my artwork
What's
from
the
the
Gold
beginning.
Halo? What's that?
That's my clothing company.
You got a clothing company?
Yeah,
too?
so goldhaloclothing.com.
All right.
You can purchase. It's like a lot of it right now is comedic vibe, you know, but we're gonna branch out to new vibes and just different fashions, you know. I got like about 2 different looks on there right now. I got some hoodies, and then also got an NFT Rare Bear shirt. So that the
What's
NFT,
that like?
it was an NFT. I was a cat named Nappy. He showed me really how to design NFTs. You know, I was learning up under what he was doing, and he was designing these bears. You know, for the bear market, like crypto. Which we're in now, it's just like the lower part. So back then it was the bull run going on, but he was teaching us getting ready for the bear, you know, like, so crypto's still valuable, even, you know, it's on the down. This is actually a time to accumulate.
Got you.
And then, you know, like, back then the NFTs were big. So I designed the NFT with his help. And I sold my first NFT for like $2,000.
Holy shit, son.
Yeah, the first one I made too. But I've made other ones since then, and you know, they haven't sold as easy. But it was the first one. It was just somebody that was watching and they wanted it. So
that's
I
crazy,
do Nadi's camp. Dope. Yeah, so that was a blessing.
Yeah.
But I learned how to make products behind the NFT. So right now, NFTs aren't as hot, but they might bubble up again. But the thing is to offer a product or a service with the NFT.
Okay.
That's the best thing. So it's not just a picture. You know what I'm saying?
Got
the picture is just how you say, this is my ownership. This is how I own. I'm part of this club. You know, but the clubs should offer something. You know.
Right.
So like, I have another NFT. I sold some, but now I'm gonna design a new one where I offer my recording and mixing services as an NFT. You'll basically be a member and get special discounts and actual products.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope and creative. Y'all make some noise for that, yo. I never heard no shit like that, son. Never heard no shit like that, yo. I didn't know you was into NFTs and all that shit. You into Bitcoin and all that too, then? Yeah.
I had been in Bitcoin. I bought a Bitcoin in 2017, and then rolled it up, rolled it down, and then when it rolled back up, I said, next time I go back up, I'm gonna sell some of it. So, you know, the pandemic happened, and it was boom. So I was like,
you came off.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
now. One of my favorite cryptos I like to hold is XRP. Even though they're in a lawsuit with SEC.
Right.
We expect to be victorious with that, and the value of that will probably go up. But I still hold XRP, Bitcoin, and then, you know, a few other favorites. But yeah, it was the Wild West with crypto, but now what's about to happen next is regulation. So
What's
it's just
regulation?
like the government making rules for it.
Okay.
Because before it was like anything kind of go, you know. It just, you know, there was things in place to kind of protect you, but it's still like people making coins like ape coins, and they just go up to the top and then they crash on you, or the rug pools and all kind of different stuff. So it's just being knowledgeable, you know, because it's a lot of scams, a lot of people doing this weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about cryptocurrency is very real. Yeah.
You educate yourself, or you watch tutorials and shit?
I educated myself. Well, I found out about, it's funny, the thing about Bitcoin, I think I found out about Bitcoin through World Star Hip Hop like in 2015 or 14.
Wow.
And I was like, what is this? And it was like, they were like, you could hook a computer up and start mining it. And I did that. I figured it out. And it was mining it, but it was using like a lot of power, and it was just like you had to leave the computer running. So I was like, I don't know about this. I cut it off, you know, and I might have mined like a little portion of a Bitcoin or something.
Right.
I don't even know where that went. You know, so that computer got thrown away. But time went on, I was like, hold on, this Bitcoin thing, I remember mining this thing, so it's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of started investing early in it, you know, when it was like still like $3,000, like, you know, and I was able to grab, you know, like actual whole one, you know what I'm saying? And ride with it up and down, you know what I'm saying? I think at one point I had like a couple Bitcoins, you know, but, you know, it's just like anything else, I gotta hold it till it's the right time to sell. Right. And then, you know, get back in if you can when it drops, or just make sure you're invested in something that's worth it after you make a profit, you know, so.
That's dope.
I like crypto. I think it has a big future, but right now, how everybody's kind of like, dang, it's not doing good. Well, this is probably the time, if you don't have any, to probably just accumulate. Right. And like me, I already have enough. I'm not really accumulating right now. I'm just kind of just chilling, like, because, you know, waiting for the waves. We in the bear market, but it's gonna be another bull run. You know, just gotta. I think there's gonna be some weird financial crash soon too. So I don't know what to expect. So I'm not. You can't take no word from me. I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, son. Hell yeah, son. But yo, man, I'm glad you came on the show, man.
No doubt, brother.
Appreciate you, fam.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. If you need me back anytime,
I definitely
any way
need you back because, yo, I'm a little upset. I didn't ask you to bring some music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's okay.
We could have heard some of your artists. So if you could come back to the show, that would be awesome.
I will, man.
I'll
do that.
Whatever, and you could bring.
Yeah, I'll bring Gigi.
Yes, man. She could perform on the show. We could get to hear your music, your mix downs and everything. Okay. And tell them again where to find you, fam.
You can find me on Instagram, Vance Vision. You can find me at solarsoundstudio.com. And you can find me at Engineers. Vance Vision. And then you can just holler at me, like, you know, I'm really just type in Vance Vision. I'll pop up. My videos will pop up, everything.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard it here on the Elly Show. Yo, y'all make some noise for my brother Vance Vision, y'all. Word up. And that concludes our day on the Elly Show. This is episode 9. This shit was genuine.
God knows.
Thank y'all, yo. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yo, thanks, sir.
Oh, yeah.
It was dope. Thank you, man. That's all it's about, yo.
Man,
So I wish we did this a long time ago, son.
We keep feeding you the truth.